believe Finn is actually our most dominant dolphin here in our social group. Nice job. Next up, we are going to be having our highest flyer here at the aquarium. Showing off in the center of the habitat is Nigel. Nigel weighs in at 325 pounds and he is 12 years old. Next up, we've got our oldest and largest dolphin, again making his way around. This is going to be Axel. Axel tips the scale at a whopping 420 pounds, so he is our biggest boy, and he is also 16 years old. And last but certainly not least, we have our youngest boy by 3 days, showing off his back dives. This is Archer on your left-hand side. Now, Archer and Nigel are actually half-brothers, born 3 days apart. They do share the same dad, but have different moms. But this does also make Archer about 325 pounds and also 12 years old. Let's give a big hand for our 4 dolphins. We're so happy to share these dolphins with you all today. And we cannot thank you enough for choosing the Mississippi Aquarium as your opportunity to view dolphins up close. Bottlenose dolphins are the most commonly found marine mammal in the Gulf and are frequently seen right here in the Mississippi Sound.
They're waving.
It is important to remember that all marine mammals, including bottlenose dolphins, are protected under what is called the Marine Mammal Protection Act, which was enacted back in 1972. This act states that it is illegal to touch, feed, interact with, or otherwise disrupt the natural behaviors of any marine mammals off any coast of the United States. So the next time you do find yourself on a boat in the Gulf, we do encourage you to enjoy wild dolphins from a safe and legal distance of at least 50 yards away. Now, if you were listening to me closely, you may have heard me mention that dolphins are, in fact, mammals. And all mammals share 5 characteristics in common, some of which include being warm-blooded, giving live birth, and nursing their young. Down at our underwater viewing window, take a look along the edges of Finn's tongue. You may be able to notice some fringes that actually line that tongue. These fringes help dolphins as calves by being able to curl that tongue into a watertight straw, which keeps all of the surrounding salt water separate from milk when nursing from mom. Now, another characteristic shared between all mammals is having hair. You're probably looking at our dolphins and thinking, wait a second, I don't see any hair on those dolphins. And you would be correct. But when dolphins are born, they do actually have whiskers along what is called their rostrum, which is that long bottle-shaped extension of their mouth. You heard me right. Baby dolphins are born with a tiny mustache. Super cute. Now, these whiskers do fall out after just a few days, but we believe they're there for the purpose of calves learning how to nurse in their first few days of life. The last characteristic shared between all mammals is breathing air. Dolphins breathe from that blowhole located right on top of their head, and with one powerful breath, a dolphin is able to stay underwater for up to 7.5 minutes. Not only is it where they breathe from, but that blowhole is actually used for all of their communication too. Dolphins do not have vocal cords like you or I. Instead, all of those sounds come from a couple of air sacs located directly underneath that blowhole, as Finn is just showing off for you guys. Now, if you're looking at one of our dolphins from underwater, you may be able to notice some small streams of bubbles coming from that blowhole from time to time. In some instances, this may be the dolphin producing what is called their signature whistle. The signature whistle is unique to each dolphin and announces their presence to the rest of the group, very similar to an individualized name. Studies have even shown that dolphins can recognize the signature whistles of other dolphins they have lived with for up to 20 years or more. dolphins are swift and powerful swimmers, and this is in part to their fins and flippers. The fin located on the center of the dolphin's back is called the dorsal fin. This dorsal fin keeps dolphins stable and upright as they're swimming through the water, much like the keel on a boat. Although it is stiff and rigid, there are actually no bones in this dorsal fin. Instead, it's made of a connective tissue, very similar to what you'd find in your ears and nose. The dorsal fin is also something that is unique to each dolphin, with varying sizes, shapes, nicks, and notches, some of which you may even be able to notice between our four boys here, as they all have very distinct dorsal fins themselves. Now, the flippers located on the sides of the dolphin's body are called the pectoral flippers. And if you see any of our dolphins waving at you today, please feel free to wave on back to them. They can see you guys out there. These pectoral flippers help dolphins to stop and steer as they're swimming through the water. The coolest thing about them is, if you were to take an x-ray of one of these pectoral flippers, you would notice that hidden inside are 5 bony digits, very similar to the structure of the human hand. And last, we cannot forget about the set of fins located at the end of the dolphin's body. And the set of fins are referred to as the tail flukes. And we've got our boys showing off their tail flukes for you guys right now. Now, these tail flukes are connected to the strongest and largest muscle of the dolphin's body called the peduncle muscle. The peduncle is the section that starts right after that dorsal fin and stops right before those tail flukes. Not only does it give our dolphins the ability to swim incredibly fast, but also the power to propel themselves up and out of the water. It is these 3 sets of fins and flippers combined with that peduncle muscle that give our dolphins their speed, power, and agility. Now, I will turn it over to our dolphins for about a minute to show off some more of those amazing high-energy behaviors. But please feel free to cheer them on. They can't hear you guys, and they definitely feed off of your energy. So certainly, if you see something you like, give them a big cheer. They can't hear you guys.
Oh, she can cheer. Dog, here. Dancing in the water, look. You have to train them and whatnot.
All right, everybody, if you can hear my voice, I am down at our underwater game window right now. I am with trainer Bridget, and she has some guests with her today. So we have Aviana and Jakai, and they are all the way from West Virginia. Let's give a warm welcome for them. Nice job, guys. So they're actually going to be learning about our dolphins. They're going to have the unique opportunity to meet one of our boys. Now, as they're doing this, I will talk a little bit about our training with our dolphins. Our dolphins participate in about 5 to 6 training sessions every day, focusing in on mental stimulation, exercise, and veterinary care. When working with all of the animals here at Mississippi Aquarium, we do use a training technique